What's going on, guys? I just wanted to talk to a little bit, Joe Rosner here, about the daily grind, okay? What is the daily grind, right? Online coaches, what is the daily grind? What is our online business? What do we need to do daily to continuously move forward, to have astronomical growth, so that way we can have long-term success within our business? What does that look like? What does that consider, right? Because I hear people always saying like, I'm grinding it out. I'm grinding it out. I'm doing this, and I'm busy all the time. Well, that's just it, right? A lot of us are doing things that keep us busy, but don't move us forward. Now, there's a difference in what you do on a daily basis. One thing can keep you still there in one spot, and the others can take you and launch you into astronomical growth within your business. Now, those are what I like to call income producing activities, right? And the reason why those are income producing activities are so important is because you can't grow your business without income. If you don't make any money at all and you have no money, you can't pay your bills. You can't grow your business. Your business cannot grow, right? So it all revolves around getting people and leading around that sale, right? Which is how you have growth within your business. If you don't have any money, you can't grow, period, right? So what is an income producing activity? What are they, right? Phone calls, messages, in-person conversations, right? Posting content on a regular basis to get engagement, to draw into messages and so on and so forth, right? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, your blog, right? Sending out emails, following up with people. This is a big one. Most people don't follow up with people. Make sure you follow up. This is extremely important, right? Following up. Getting referrals, right? From current people, from people in your program, from people that you talk to on the phone, from friends, family, right? And then adding friends, adding new people to your social media, adding followers, talking to people, connecting, right? Getting that connection. These are all things that lead to income, which leads to you moving forward and having astronomical growth within your business and having long-term success. Now, if you don't do these things on a daily basis, you're not going to be as successful as you can, right? I know we've all had that feeling where we get ready for bed and we sit down on the bed at night and we feel like we have so much stuff to do, like we didn't get enough done, or like there's so much more that we could have did or that we need to do. And it's true. If you ever have that feeling, you're 100% right. But you can't do anything right then and there about it. You already called it quits. Guess what? The best thing you can do is get a good night's rest. Wake up in the morning, write those things out, and give even more. The reason we feel that way when we go to bed is because we know that we didn't show up and we didn't do enough of the right things to make progress forward in our day, okay? So phone calls. What I like to do for me within my business is I use everything based on an average scale, depending on how many employees you have, or if you have anybody. If you don't have anybody working for you, you can do it on an average scale, right? Of how many phone calls does it take to you to close somebody to get them into your program, right? So my goal has always been 2 people a day into your program. Why is that so crucial? Because if you don't have a target, you can't get to it, right? So the daily grind, 2 people a day. What do I need to do to get 2 people a day? It may be 6 phone calls. It may be 1 phone call, right? With 2 people on the phone, okay? Or it may be 9 phone calls. It doesn't matter, as long as you do as many phone calls as it takes to help you get to that number. Shoot out enough messages, right? People are always like, how many messages does it take? I always set my base in a day to this, right? 10 phone calls, 50 messages, right? In-person conversations, I always have at least 10 in-person conversations about what I'm doing, right? Emails, how many emails should you be sending out? All of them. Send out all the emails. How many people should you be following up with? Everybody. Follow up with everybody. Right? There's no limit. The thing is if you're not following up with people, you're leaving them in the dark. You're doing them a disservice, right? Because look at it like this. Hey, you just got off the phone, you just pitched them a deal, they're not interested, right? Or they said, not right now, whatever, right? if you don't follow up with them consistently, guess what? You just showed them you're not in it to help them. You're only in it for the money because you don't give a shit to follow up with them. Follow up 100%. Show them that you do care. Lead from the heart every single day. Serve more and give more. That's how we do that, right? So referrals. Who should we ask for referrals? Everybody that we talk to, right? If you get on the phone and somebody says no, ask for a referral, right? If you have current clients, ask for a referral. Adding friends, add 10 new people a day to your Facebook, right? At the end of the month, at 30 days in a month, that's 300 new people to your Facebook, okay? Those are people that you can potentially help and serve. So why is it called the daily grind? Because these are the things that need to be done, right? Messages, phone calls, in-person conversations. If you do this stuff daily like this, you'll eventually have momentum and you'll build that snowball effect to become extremely successful within your business and have your pipelines full to astronomical growth, okay? Now, the thing is, at 2 people a day, that's a pretty good goal for people in the online space, right? I will set my goal higher some days. Sometimes I'll set it extremely high. It just depends. It depends on where you're at, what you're comfortable with, and how much you need to be successful right away in your business, right? But there's one thing that you must do is you must know why you want to do it, and that should always be to serve and help more people and lead from the heart. Because if you don't have that deep reason why, you won't send out 10 messages and you won't send out 50 messages either, right? To get to that next message, you won't do some of those daily things if it's difficult and you don't have a big enough why of why you want to accomplish it, okay? Now, another reason why we might not do these daily things is because we all know some of these things lead to a sale, hopping on a sales call or sitting down for a sales conversation with somebody, right? And if we don't know enough about sales, that will actually subconsciously prevent us from actually doing these things to get people in front of us that could potentially be into our program. Then you need to really focus on the sales process a little bit more and understanding that, so that way you can actually go ahead and knock out the daily grinds and the to-dos 110%, right? Because I have a course, The Sales Secrets for the Online Coach, which is extremely phenomenal, which if you want more of that, you can get into that. But I'm not going to go deep into that here, but that's one of the things that I see commonly is people don't do this stuff because it leads up to a sale and they're not confident or they don't know what to do in the sales process, and that's okay. But as long as you're trying to figure it out 100%, knock these things out. 10 phone calls a day, 50 messages a day, right? That's not very hard. I can do that in a couple hours. And then I still have the whole half of my day, if not longer, right? So generally you have 15 to 18 hours a day that you can be implementing things in your business, okay? Now, if you don't want to work that, or if you think that that's long or whatever, you got to look at where you want to go and why you're doing this, right? I love what I do every single day. It's not considered work to me. I'll work 15 hours. I work 18 hours. It's not work. I enjoy it, right? So you have to have that why, right? Why you want to do it. And then you also have to remember, your business is a business. You have to treat it like a business, right? What you put in, you will get back in return. So if you put shit in, you'll get shit in return, okay? So make every single thing count that you possibly can every single day. The daily grind, make sure you're focusing on income producing activities every single day. This is how you scale, this is how you move forward. If you're not growing in your business daily, you're detracting, right? You need to have constant growth. This is how you do it. Setting up phone calls, setting up messages, messaging people to get on the phone calls, right? In-person conversations. This could be closing people. This could be doing sales conversations in person. This could be connecting with people in person to later close them either on a phone. You need to send out emails that can lead people to your page, that can lead people to a messenger process, that can lead people onto the phone or just straight to a phone call with you to get them into your program, right? Following up with people, right? These are people that may be interested again and want to get into your program. Talking about referrals with people that already are in your program that know, love, and trust who you are, can refer somebody that might want the same results as them. Add friends, right? These are new opportunities that you get to connect with people that could potentially add into your program, right? It's easy to get 2 people a day if you really, really, really put in the daily grind. consistently, right? If you have troubles with this, and you're not getting this, maybe there's some foundational steps that you absolutely are missing that you need to overcome as well, right? My 12 foundations, that covers that as well. That course is super detailed with a whole bunch of stuff. So anyways, treat your business, do the daily grind. I love you guys, and as always, just keep reaching and lead from the heart.